Hello guys, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. Alright guys, so we have an article here from Light Reading. It's a follow-up to this continuing developing story between T-Mobile and WCO. They've been at a battle for a little while now, a couple of months that we know of. Big issue going on here where they cannot meet the terms regarding the situation for the 2.5 gigahertz. All right, so let's read the article. Link will be down below in the description for you guys. Let's see what's going on here. So WCO Spectrum finally issued its response to T-Mobile's recent lawsuit against the company, alleging that T-Mobile is engaging in a campaign of threats, intimidation, and most effectively, litigation against schools and other educational institutions. The company also published some of the documents related to T-Mobile's hardball negotiating tactics with those schools. However, there have also been some interesting developments outside the California courtroom hearing the legal battle between T-Mobile and WCO. So first, T-Mobile appears to have successfully reached an agreement with the Christian College of Georgia to purchase the college's 2.5 gigahertz spectrum license. That's noteworthy considering the college last year sat at the center of a multi-million-dollar bidding war between T-Mobile and WCO. Second, WCO does not appear to have gone through with its own plan to purchase a 2.5 gigahertz spectrum license from the Owasso Public School District, as it has intended to. So that's noteworthy considering WCO has in the past argued that its pursuit of 2.5 gigahertz spectrum is genuine and that it has the financial firepower to complete such purchases. The new developments appear to reflect interest by both parties in gaining an advantage over the other, as well as the increasingly complex nature of their fight. So, WCO's latest allegations, they're saying WCO is headed by Gary Winnick, who is a financier who founded the telecom giant Global Crossing. So, according to the Los Angeles Business Journal, Winnick is worth $2.2 billion, and that's according to the Wall Street Journal. He's also in the process of selling his Los Angeles mansion for $250 million. So, argument there is that the money is certainly there enough to purchase the 2.5 gigahertz spectrum licenses. But they're saying since the FCC changed its rules for the spectrum band in 2020, prior to the FCC's rule change, only educational institutions such as schools, universities, and churches could own these 2.5 gigahertz licenses. However, purchasing such spectrum would essentially make WCO the spectrum landlord of T-Mobile. T-Mobile does not want this. This has been the solidified argument with T-Mobile and WCO for quite some time now. T-Mobile does not want to answer to WCO. This is why they want this spectrum. So T-Mobile's mid-band 5G network is built atop roughly 2,000 spectrum leases with educational institutions nationwide. In some cases, those leases are decades old. The FCC's rule change for the band in 2020 was intended to eliminate that leasing complexity. They're saying, as Light Reading previously reported, T-Mobile has acquired more than 200 of those licenses since the FCC changed its rules. But in the latest courtroom filing, WCO argued that T-Mobile is using its corporate weight to block anyone else from purchasing those spectrum licenses. So there was a statement made by WCO, and they said T-Mobile cannot tolerate WCO making competing bids for 2.5 gigahertz EBS licenses and has fought desperately to stop it. All right. They also said that using the lawsuits as a weapon to block them from selling their spectrum licenses. All right. So T-Mobile's tactics thus far advance its true goal to stop defendants like WCO from buying 2.5 gigahertz EBS spectrum, WCO also said. The company also published some of the documents T-Mobile sent to schools like the one in St. Lucie, Florida, in its efforts to prevent them from selling their licenses. So apparently T-Mobile isn't sitting still. First, its lawsuit against WCO, filed last month, alleges WCO had engaged in criminal scheme to defraud T-Mobile, said the scheme has gone so far it cost it $10 million. All right, so T-Mobile is not happy about that. T-Mobile argues that WCO has been making sham offers and that WCO lacks the capacity to make good on anything remotely approaching all of these offers. All right. So WCO officially didn't immediately respond to any of these questions from my reading on the Owasso transaction. So a lot of craziness with this. All right, there's more to this article, guys. The link will be down below for you if you want to read a little bit more. But basically, this is an ongoing battle here. And we know how uncomfortable, those of you who have been following this story, how uncomfortable T-Mobile is with having WCO as their landlord. They cannot reach an agreement. Okay, it's been like this for a while now. There's been partnerships with WCO. Other wireless carriers have been able to, work that out and work with them successfully. T-Mobile is not one of them. So this is going to be an interesting story to see how this plays out. T-Mobile has lost a lot of money already with this situation. They really want that 2.5 gigahertz spectrum licenses, and they certainly don't want to lease it from WCO. So be interesting to see how this plays out. Who's going to win this? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.